Good morning, Rabbi Isai. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. So we're going to do it again. Just because I'm leaving doesn't mean that the A should be shvach. Nachman, show them how the A is done. I know, but today, look, COVID. I know.
Don't ask me for this, please.
I'll do it myself. I don't care.
Come on, let's go. Mendel.
But not your kind of Just a normal one. A normal but gishmak. Okay, you ready? Good morning, Rabbi Isai. Lili nishmasi mi merosi. We're supposed to have much better. Some enthusiasm, gishmak. We have a gishmak guest. I saw a taxi pull up here. Where did you come from, tzaddik? You drove in from London. Where? From Yerushalayim? From Amud Beis. What's your name? Tal. And what's your last name? That's a good one. I like that. Oh, what? Duvital from London? Givaldig. Shkoyach. Thanks for coming. Givaldig. Rabbi, we have to hurry up with emails because we have a very long daf. Rebelli, this is in Hebrew, but last night when I read it, I forgot the main part here. He says that his brother tried to convince him to join the shir. He's a melamed in Yeshiva Ktana. He's in a high school here. He teaches in a high school, in a Yeshiva Ktana. And he says the shir every single day. So he said, no. Kids, so he kept on sending him pictures and videos. The beginning of Bava Basra, he was in charge of giving out the gemaras. He had an extra gemara, and he said, let's go. You know, in all the years of yeshiva, he didn't learn Bava Basra and he didn't learn Yivamis. Interesting. He says, okay, let's start. And worst comes to worst, I'll have an art scroll gemara. So, he started one day into Lo Yachbar, and now he cannot give up even on a single shir. He wanted to change the slogan of the shir, Ein lonu shiur rak haTorah azois. And then there's two vartim. See what I'm telling you? You know what I'm talking? That's Everybody said, you're going to hear a lot from him. He's bringing the breakfast here when I'm gone. You made a lot of people cringe. It's good. It's fine. We have all types. Rabbi said we're very accepting. We have all types. We have normal. We mainly have not normal. We have all types. So the Klezimir Rebbe met somebody right after the war, and he says, "No, I know you're going to get Olam Haba because of what you went through, but what about your Olam Hazeh?" And he writes here, that's what Benny always says. The second thing he says, the famous joke, but I haven't said it in a long time, so it's kedai to say. He says, in America, they give money and they ask for eitzos. In Eretz Yisrael, they give eitzos and they ask for money. Okay, Kitzer, until further notice, my name is Avi from Liyachbar. Thank you for all you do. V'chulu v'chulu, Avi Slayton. This is a very long email. I was debating whether I should read this or not. I'll tell you all the way at the end why. I apologize in advance for the long email, but let me tell you it's well worth it. When I grew up, I was considered a genius and got reminded of it by everyone all the time. At my bar mitzvah, I made a siyum of shas and got forheard by 3 Talmid Chachamim. When I was 16, I got smicha from a mutz in town on Hilchos Shabbos and Basar B'Chalav. But all the time people were saying he's the next Rebbe Kiva Eger, here comes the ktsois of our generation. These remarks bothered me extremely. When I was 17, I had a burnout. I left my hometown. I changed my name to Mark whatever and cut off everyone from my life besides my family. I changed my lifestyle to not be reminded of what needs to become of me. The only things I kept are tefillah and Shabbos. I had one friend that I grew up with, who I stayed in touch with. He knew that we could talk about anything, but not Judaism. A few weeks ago, he very carefully said that he knew we don't talk about these things, but please, you should hear him out. This guy gives the Daf Yomi shit, Naturally, he's intrigued. I'm a natural cynic. I would find flaws with this teacher. I listened to one of your shiurim together, and as you can imagine, straight after, I told my friend, this is a shir for Balabatim, not for someone like I used to be. And of course, I started discussing the sugya. with him literally, and he cried a few minutes, was taken aback. He explained that after 9 years of not touching a sefer, how could it be that I know the sugya? We didn't speak for a few days after that. Then he called me and tried to convince me to at least listen to the shir once a week, to which I reluctantly agreed. It wasn't even a week before I was listening to all yisroel in the morning. Even though the lamdan in me disagrees with the derech halimud, the shegetz in me appreciates the opportunity. Even though the lamdan in me disagrees with the derech halimud, the shegetz in me appreciates the opportunity. We have shkotzim, we have not such normal people, we have we don't. The new sticker. What's Kobe? What's Kobe? Yeah, go in the shah miritz. I'd rather be. What's the lashon? Besel zayin. A poshet to Talmud Chacham via go in the shah ma'aretz. I started wearing a kappel again and started going to shul a little bit. I'm still not where I need to be or where I desire, but I definitely don't want the past 9 years to be the rest of my life. My above-mentioned friend tries to convince me to come to Bet Shemesh with him, to come to the shir. Rabbi say, here he is today. That's not you, sorry. He said that you're an influential person, okay, but anyway, there's a long way to go. And we'll see where Hashem takes us with best regards and brachas ad blidai. At the moment, still, Mark, etc. Okay, I wasn't 100% sure if there was a legit email. If it is, so maybe you should reach out. I'll schmooze with him. Sometimes people make up emails. I have a good nose for these things, and I had a chashash that maybe it's not a real one. But you guys like it? Good. I don't want to ruin it. Dear Rebelli, my name is Dovi Newman. I'm 12 years old. And I was very inspired by your video with Ari Chaimowitz. What?
You just ruined it.
I just ruined it. So, you can still think it. You can't take it away, Lachem Aisa. I didn't start off that.
Let's walk it down the street.
Oh, Mark Ashkenazi is calling me a milshire. It must be something important. Mark, is it you? I just wanted to, so you called the milshire to say it's not you. I'm not joking. Here he is. Zoom in on this, Gary. Hello? Oh, he is. He actually is. Okay, we'll leave it here. It's not you? Dear Valley, my name is Dovi Newman. I'm 12 years old and I was very inspired by a video with Ari Chaimowitz. And the day that I watched, my uncle came to me in my house and he asked me if I watched the video. I said yes. He challenged me to do the dav and I started the next day, Bava Basra. I haven't missed the day since. Now for the summer, I'm in Florida. Listen to this, Rabbi. He's in Florida for medical reasons. He's 12 years old. He's in Florida for medical reasons. Because Baruch Hu should take him out of this matzav. And almost don't learn. And you literally changed my life. He's 12 years old. I changed his life. I did not do anything before doing the daf. P.S. You have permission to say my name. P.P.S. Good morning, Rabbi. Say, is Rosh Tevis Gemara. Thank you for everything you do. Dovi Newman. And here we have Victor Shine from Brooklyn. He said, he talked about not going on a safari, just returned from a kosher tour. I found out a month before that they were not offering a Daf Yomi. So I spent the next 3.5 weeks, prepared for 3.5 weeks to give over the shir over there. Learning pages 20 to 27, Chav to Chav Zayin with my Charuza. He inspired me to say the daf myself. I had a group of 6 people who said they would have not learned the daf on vacation otherwise. If I could do that, then anybody can do it. I have a new respect and appreciation for people who give the daf each and every morning. Thank you for being an inspiration to klal yisroel. You continue to do so for many more years. Best, Victor Shine, Brooklyn, New York. Yishkoyach, beautiful. I'm 11-year-old boy who lives in Passaic, New Jersey. I love Daf Yomi and Vasikin. This guy's the next Gol Adar. At 11 years old, he loves Daf Yomi and Vasikin.
Don't say that. Don't say that. He's the next Baal Shem Tov. I'm sorry.
When I was 11 years old, I had 2 out of these 3 things. Well, not really. I went to Passaic when I was already 15, and I done Vasikin. I didn't love Daf Yomi. I'm really happy there's someone who teaches Daf Yomi in such a beautiful way. I can't wait for you to read my message out loud. I want to hear it. Hatzlach in your learning. Mordechai man, 11 years old. And Rabbi said, this is how they say, good morning, Rabbi say in England.
Morning, Rabbi say! Come on, we can do better. Morning, Rabbi say! We're doing a cycle for charity. Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you for a link. But if you think Cheskas Abatim is difficult, wait till you've done the ride. Have a wonderful day.
He's saying riding a bike is harder than Cheskas Abatim. Okay? Givaldik. We'll go. There's another kid here that wrote there's 3 kids. I thought it was interesting. Dear Belly, thank you so much for the share. We got to start. I know. Thank you. Before I started listening to them, I really didn't learn. Now I learned Megillah and Baba Kama. Thank you so much. The share is inspiring. Pictures make it easy. When are you coming to Australia? Morty Donnenbaum from Australia. Rabbi Isai, it is a shorter daf, and I would like to start something. We'll see how it goes and how long it takes. If it doesn't take too long, then maybe we could bring this into the shir on a regular basis, once or twice a week. Hilchas Lashon Hara. Start off the shir with a question in Lashon Hara, and maybe end it off. Usually we don't have that much time, but now in the shorter daf, and we do. So, with a corroboration with Chavetz Chaim Heritage Foundation, Rabbi Rothschild, the famous Rabbi Rothschild, was here many times. Flies in from America to see his mom, and he drives into Ramat B'Shemesh from Yerushalayim. He came, I don't know, I want to say 8 times. See what we could do so we'll give it a try. The question is as follows. If everybody sees a certain thing about a person, can you discuss it between yourselves about that person? So for instance, there's a bunch of women sitting in a doctor's office in the waiting room. They're waiting patiently. They can't wait to get out of there. They have their sick child with them. And a woman walks right in, and she doesn't ask any questions, goes straight into the doctor's office, cuts the line. The women are obviously furious. One woman turns to the other and says, "What a chutzpah! You saw what a chutzpah! Is that Lashon Hara or not?" Everybody saw that it's a chutzpah. Everybody saw what she did. Here are the 4 answers. Yes, you bet it's Lashon Hara. No, it's Lashon Hara. It's not Lashon Hara because everyone saw what she did and felt the same way. No, it's not Lashon Hara, but they should work on being more accepting of certain types. D, I'm not sure what the Isser is, but something doesn't seem right. What does the Olam say, Rabbi Isai? D, what is it? Lashon Hara, I'm not sure what the Isser is. It's Lashon Hara. It's interesting. All the Israelis said it's not Lashon Hara. All the Americans say it is Lashon Hara.
That's Lashon Hara.
It's Lashon Hara on the Americans who don't know halacha. You thought it's Lashon Hara on the Israelis because they think it's not. You're wrong. You're wrong.
It's evil speech.
But you're wrong. It's not Lashon Hara. The answer is not Lashon Hara though.
Why is it Lashon Hara?
But it's not. I'm telling you it's not.
It's true. Of course it's true.
Of course. In my new sefer, we have a chelik where Reb Nachman argues on the Chavetz Chaim. The Chavetz Chaim says it's not Lashon Hara.
Why is it Lashon Hara?
You want to know?
Yeah. Why is it Lashon Hara?
You're going to have to wait until the end of the year and listen nicely like a good boy. Okay, you're right, but you're wrong.
It is Lashon Hara.
It's not Lashon Hara, it's Rechilus.
Chilus is you're a peddler.
It's even worse.
Here,
It's even worse than Lashon Hara.
Tell someone about it. They all saw it.
Yeah, they say it's Rechilus. It's worse than Lashon Hara. And the reason is because you're stirring up emotions in people. Everybody has, they think with inside the chutzpah. When they hear somebody else saying it and they start boiling even more, that increases the Lashon Hara part of it. Okay, how long did that take? We split it up in a question and answer. All right. Rabbi said we have beautiful sugyas today. Whoever learned Bava Basra is familiar with today's sugya. Daf Lamed Gimel Amud Beis, 8 lines from the bottom. Ahu da'amel lechavrei. Lamed Gimel Amud Beis, 8 lines from the bottom. Ahu da'amel lechavrei. It was so gishmak last night that Menachem Ateh is coming for doubles. Ahu da'amel lechavrei, my boys by Arrow. What are you doing? What? To come to the shir twice is Lashon Hara. That's how bad the shir is. Unbelievable. You just spoke Lashon Hara.
That's Rechilus.
But you know what? That's Rechilus. Oh, but at least we're bring things. We're thinking about it. We're thinking about it. What could this be? Is it Rechilus? Is it Lashon Hara? Okay, we got off to a good start. If it doesn't help anybody, maybe it'll help me. Sponsors.
You got plenty of time. Don't worry.
This is sponsor for the same speedy return for all the asses. No, last night we finished here late. We started Meyer 5 minutes late. The Paras HaChodesh Ahron Fraiman l'schus to rebel if it continues siyadta dishmaya and teaching torah to klal. So Paras HaChodesh for shleima. Neftali has been Henyuleo, a hidden tzaddik in our generation. Parnas HaChodesh, L'nishmas Zechariah ben Moshe, L'nishmas Zechariah bas Yosef, Parnas HaYoim. Ron Drori, in memory of Eliyahu ben Ronie and Mendel ben Chaim. Parnas HaYoim, Mark Kogan, Hollywood, Florida. Bischus Rebelli for making gemara enjoyable every day. Yishkoyach Mark Kogan, thank you. Appreciate it. Beautiful. Did I show those 4 answers like this? I'm supposed to go like that.
Yeah, you did.
I did, okay. My boys by Yara, what are you doing in my house? Are you Meshuggah? You don't remember? I bought this house from you. And I actually am sitting in this house for 3 years. So yesterday we had 2 years. Over here he's saying straight out, I sat here for 3 years, I have chazaka. And this chazaka comes with a taina. He's explaining how he sat here for 3 years. Minoch zevante, I bought it from you. Aisi chatzahado. He went out and was able to find 1 witness only. He couldn't find 2. 1 witness, the achlot lashnei. This 1 witness corroborates his claim. Yes, indeed, he ate. He was there for 3 years chazaka. Is this aid good or bad for him? What is this? Good news or bad news? He found 1 aid that's backing him up. You were here for 3 years. Good or bad? No, good or bad? It's a little bit of bad because now he has to leave. He only found 1 aid. If you need 2 aidim. If you don't have 2 aidim, the guy makes him a cha, you got to get out. So what do you do? So we're going to see. It's very interesting. Because, in fact, the aid is there to help him. If we found just one more guy, he would be in a perfect position. So, let's see what's going on here. These are dvarim pshutim. If 2 aidim, sorry, wrong one. Well, okay, I'll show the step 2. Let's continue. Savur rabbanon kameida abayla meimar. Now, there's no question over here that this guy has to return the house, he has to return the field, whatever he's in, he has to. Now we have a shiloh. What about the peiros? What about all the years that he sat there? He himself admits he was there for 3 years. That means he ate 3 years worth of dates, he ate 3 years worth of rent, whatever he ate, huh? You can't prove it. You can't prove it. I mean, he said, but nobody knows it besides 1 guy. 1 guy's not enough. If he has Eidim that he had chazaka and he had a taina, you're right. He doesn't have Eidim. That he might have to pay for the fruit because of the famous concept called naschad rebaba. Eliyahu Marinov, it's a big Bal Kishrin, he's in our koilel. He said that in Hebron there was a bed. He took off the mattress, and on that board they put that thin mattress on. So on the board they drew out a chess set, the board of chess, and that's how they would play chess. And it said in the corner, it said this board was drawn the winter's man of Tafshin, whatever, it was a Shnas HaShmita, in the sugi of Naschad Rebaba. They're holding the sugi of Naschad Rebaba, and there's a few Hasidim here last night, and each one said that in their yeshiva, so one Chassid, I forgot, he didn't say which yeshiva he was in, he said that they started Bava Basra Elul, Pesach, they got to wherever they got to, and then they skipped ahead. For the summer, they learned, the entire summer's man, they learned Naschad Rebaba. Yeah, I don't know. No, they learned English. One learned in Panovich, and the other one learned, I don't remember where. So, Naschad Rebaba, we're also going to learn it for about 3.5 minutes. They learned it for 3 months. And we're going to go back there. And when I finish the sugya, he says, I want to tell you the emes. Emes, this is the first time I ever understood a word in the sugya. Because sometimes you get so lost and you're thinking about all the achronim and you forget what the sugya is all about. It takes men, they don't even read to the end of the sugya. It takes weeks. I'll go part of it. What happened with Naschad Rebaba? There was a person who grabbed a bar of silver from his friend. They came to Rabami. This guy stole a bar of silver from me. it seems from over here, the Rabbi Abba was a Talmud. He sat in front of Rabbi Ami. Sat in front of him. The guy that the bar of silver was grabbed from him was able to prove through one witness, one aid, that indeed this guy chapped it from him. So now the guy that grabbed it, he's stuck. What is he going to do? There's a guy that says that he grabbed it. So he's a chaverman. He says, Omar lei in chatvi, v'didi chatvi. Yeah, you're right. I grabbed it, but I grabbed my own bar. It used to be mine. This guy's a ganav. He stole it from me. I grabbed it from him. So let's think about it for a second. Here. If two Eidim come along and say, we witnessed that this guy grabbed a bar of silver from Reuven. What's the halacha? It's not even a question what the halacha is. He must return the bar of silver. If there's 0 Eidim that saw the story, no Eidim, so you don't have to return the bar of silver. I could go over to anybody and say, hey, you stole my watch. You see that watch? That's mine. There's no Eidim. But what about if there's one aid? One aid invokes a shvuah. One aid invokes a shvuah. So let's think about it. This is very super important. If we came out of one yisroel from the sugya, one idea, one concept, one halacha, maybe it's this. The only thing one aid could cause in a shvuah is that you should swear. What are you going to swear? Think about it. In this case, the guy says, I grabbed the bar of silver, but it was mine. What's he going to swear? Think about it. The Eidechad is saying you have to swear. And what is he going to swear? That what? No, Rabbi said that it's his. You cannot swear something that has nothing to do with what the Eid said. The only thing you could swear is to reject the Eidechad, to oppose him, to say the exact opposite of him. That's the only shvuah you can make. The Eidechad says, you grabbed it from Reuven, you're going to make a shvuah, I did not grab it from Reuven. That's the only thing you could say. You cannot say, yes. You can't say the word yes. You have to argue with the Eidechad. You have to say the opposite. You have to contradict the Eidechad. Oh, that's the word. You have to contradict the Eidechad in your shvuah. To say, yes, I agree with you, Eidechad, that I stole it, but I have a teretz. I have a reason why I stole it, because it's mine. That doesn't work in a shvuah. Over here, he would not be able to contradict the Eid. What is he? The Eid says you grabbed it from him. So what is he going to say? I didn't grab it from him? You admit that you grabbed it from him. So you're stuck. You can't make a shvuah. You hear? No, you don't hear.
You should give it back.
Why? He says it's his.
It's his. Why should he give it back?
Because he owns it, he grabbed it.
And he has a reason why. And the guy is invoking a shvuah. He can't make a shvuah. So what do you do when you can't make a shvuah?
But isn't this kind of etzem a contradiction to what the guy's saying?
No. That's
it's a contradiction.
No, it's not a physical contradiction.
But it's not his thing because it's mine. It's a contradiction.
You're saying the halacha part. But what was the story? I saw, correct. What you're saying the end story. But what was the story? I saw you going like this from his pocket, from there to here. Did that happen? Yes or no? All you can do is make a shvuah. No, that didn't happen.
Why shouldn't it be deeper than that to understand what's really going on?
No, because we don't care. We have to contradict the act. The Eid doesn't know what happened. The Eid is not saying, time out. The Eid is not saying who's owner. I don't know who, I didn't see the documentation. I saw this action. I saw him going into the guy's pocket, pulling a so you have to contradict that action. That's it. You can't.
That's
how it is.
You have to understand what's
That's how it works. I know. That's what I said. If there's a chiddush,
don't swear. Forget it.
That's how it is.
That's how it is. It's not an answer.
Now let's see inside. You don't understand it.
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying what he is doing is a contradiction.
Omer Abami. Let's see. Omer Abami. What should we do? We're stuck. Daf Lamed Aleph. Leket Treis Ahada. We don't have 2 Eidim. Oh, L'Shalem. He should pay. You want this guy to pay, like Rebbe Akiva said in the back over there. He should pay. Leket Treis Ahada. Besides, he also has a migui. Has a migui that he could have said, I didn't grab it. You don't have 2 Eidim. I didn't grab it. Now, there's a joke on this sugya that says, on Shabbos we say, Va'apik yasamich migoy galusa. Va'apik yasamich, HaKadosh Baruch Hu should take out his nation, migoy galusa, from within the galus, from within the nations. So the question is, but it's a migul haitzi, migoy galusa, where you're using the migoy to take out the nation, and you don't use a migoy to take out. It's like a Purim Torah. So the answer is, because v'atem tachrishu, Hashem yilachem lachem, v'atem tachrishon. So he has a migoy that it could be shoisek. And you see over here, it's a migoy that you like. Taisa says migoy by shosek is a migoy. Over here in the sugi, it's a
the guy who's a big guy.
There's no
who loves the stuff. The 17-year-old Kuega.
The Kuega guy. Yeah, he would enjoy it. No, he probably in yeshiva they used to say these jokes. It's a migoy haitzi, but it's a migoy by shosek. Okay, fine. Those understand. We go weiter. So he has a migoy. Then what? If you want to lie, you could have said like chatafti. Anyway, there's no two edim. He doesn't pay. But lifterei. So maybe we should pass in that he shouldn't be chayiv at all. That you can't do. You can't let him off the hook completely. There's one aid that says not like him, that he grabbed it. Lishtaba. So what do you want him? You want him to swear. Why? Because the eid echad invokes a shvuah, like we see over here. Eid echad makes you make a shvuah. But he cannot say a shvuah, he can't make a shvuah. Why? Omar michtav chatva. He admits that he grabbed it. V'kivin domer the chatva havelei ki gazlan. One pshat is that he's like a gazlan, but the real pshat here. The simple pshat is he's like a gazlan, not that he's a ganav. He's like a gazlan who can't make a shvuah. A gazlan is a ganav, so he can't make a shvuah. He's a bad guy. Bad people don't make shvuahs. We don't trust him. But this guy is stuck like a ganav where he can't make a shvuah. Why? Because the only shvuah he can make is to contradict the one aid. He cannot say the opposite of the one aid because he admits that he grabbed it, so he won't be able to say, I didn't grab it. So Rav Abba was sitting there, and Rav Abba says, Rav Abba is the Talmud, right? Have a mechuyev shvuah. Okay, so we have a situation where a guy is obligated to make a shvuah, she'eni yochel l'shava, but he cannot swear. What's the halacha if you can't make the shvuah? Mishalem. So you would have to give back the piece of silver. Memela what? So now, let's look at this for 1 second. We have, if you have two Eidim that say that he grabbed the piece of silver, you would have to give it back. If you don't have any Eidim at all, so there's no Eidim, so you don't have to give it back. And if there's one Eid, you would have to make a shvuah. And if you can't make a shvuah, what happens? You have to pay. So now let's look at our sugi for a second. If there's two Eidim that say, you sat in this house for 3 years, it's yours. If there's no Eidim, garnished. But if there's one Eid, then this one Eid would make you make a shvuah. One Eid makes you make a shvuah. But you can't make a shvuah. Why? Because the one Eid is saying that you were there for 2 years. What are you going to say? How are you going to contradict him? You also admit you were there for 2 years. You were there for 3 years. You say you were there for 3 years. So what kind of shvuah are you going to make? You have to say the opposite of the Eid. It doesn't work. So you would have to pay. Which, something's missing here. Which, if you're asking it, maybe that's what the Gemara is going to answer. Just, huh?
He must take back. He must, which is a right.
Yeah, what am I saying? He has a raya, has a gevaldik raya, has a one aid. Why is that not a raya? It's just not enough to pull it out of the guy. You need two to pull something out. But it's a pretty good raya to make you make a shvuah.
Doesn't he also say he bought it?
Huh?
Because the whole time he bought it.
Yeah.
Besides that.
Yeah, he bought it, but he has no proof. He doesn't have a star.
No, but then he's not like a child.
Again, don't get confused over here. When the Gemara says ki gazlan, he's not a gazlan. We're saying like a gazlan, just like a gazlan cannot make a shvuah, he also cannot make a shvuah. Not he's a bad guy. He's stuck like a gazlan. In our situation also, the guy is stuck. When 1/8 comes, he should invoke a shvuah. But he's stuck. He can't make a shvuah. He's going to make a shvuah. That he wasn't here 2 years. He was there 2 years. He admits he was there 2 years. He admits that he's there 2 years because he said, can I finish my sentence, please? I heard you 3 times.
2 times.
I heard 2 times. Sorry, I heard you 2 times, 3 times. When he says 3 years, he means I was there 2 years. Of course, I was there 2 years. I'm moided today Echad. So then, what am I going to say? How am I going to contradict the Echad? I can't contradict the Echad. So then I'm stuck. So I have to pay. So let me pay. The Gemara is saying you should pay for all the fruit he ate. For the years that he was there. The Echad that says you were there for 2 years. Pay the fruit for 2 years. No. There's no aid that he was there for 3 years. The aid was there for 2 years. So why should he pay for something there's no aid on? The aid says 3 years. So 3 years. You're right. 3 years. And he's married to 3 years. Correct. The aid does say 3 years. That's what you were saying the whole time? Yeah. It takes 3 times for me to chap. 2 times. It took 3 people to chap. Just like in the case of Naschal de Rababa, 1 aid, we could say it 6 times because we have plenty of time. Oh no, and we late. Just like in the case of Naschal de Rababa, Eid Echad comes along and says, you grab this bar of silver and you cannot do anything. You can't swear against Eid Echad. You're stuck because you admit that you grabbed it, and the Eid Echad says you grabbed it. So you can't make a shvur. Since you can't make a shvur, you're in a position of a ganav. You're like a ganav that can't make a shvur, and a ganav has to pay. If he can't make a shvur, he has to pay. So in our situation also. A guy says, you're in my house illegally. You say, no, I bought the house. I was here 3 years, chazak. He brings 1 aid to prove that you were there for 3 years. You can't make a shvua. There's nothing you can do. You can't contradict the tzaddik. So since you can't make a shvua, you should pay for all the fruit of the 3 years. That's the effect of the Gemara. Says the Gemara, Omar lei abai midami. What's the connection? Hasam, sahado, leiruikasi. By Naschal de Rababa, if you think about it, the aid, let's see what's going on here. When there's 1 aid, you see there's a bar of silver in this guy's pocket? Right over here. By Naschal de Rababa, 1 aid comes along. On whose team is this 1 aid? He's on the other guy's team. The guy that the bar of silver was stolen from him. So he's against the guy with the silver. How do I know he's against him? Very simple. Because what happens if 2 Eidim show up and say, this guy stole the bar of silver? So we said, if 2 Eidim say that the guy stole the bar of silver, it's obvious he's going to have to pay for it. 1 aid is half a 2 Eidim. 1 aid in this case is coming against the guy with the bar of silver. But when it comes to the machzik, the 1 aid is actually on the good guy, on the bad guy's team. He's helping the guy in the house. He's saying, you were here for 3 years. How do I know? Because if 2 Eidim come, look what's going to happen. The guy inside the house is going to win. And he won't have to pay for the fruit. Memela, let's look at it right now. If there's 2 Eidim, the 2 Eidim are coming to help the guy in the house. So what is 1 aid coming to do? He's half a 2. He's also coming to help the guy in the house. So how could that guy invoke a shvuah and make him pay? He's not there to hurt him, he's there to help him.
So making him take the shvuah, making the other guy have to take the shvuah.
Okay. Maybe. It's a good point. It's a good point. But over here, the other guy, what's the other guy? You can't, if he makes a shvuah, you can't make a shvuah and take money out. There's no such thing. The only way you can take money from somebody is 2 Eidim. What's the other guy going to make a shvuah? You could say 100 shvuahs. It's not going to help the situation 1 iota. The only person that can make a shvuah is the guy in the house. He can get himself out of a situation. We want this guy in the house to pay up for the fruit that he ate for 3 years. $5,000 a year. 1 palm tree, $5,000 a year. 10 palm trees, $50,000 a year. $150,000 I want you to pay right now. The Eid Echad is invoking shvuah. Says Abaya, what do you mean? The Eid Echad is making me make a shvuah to pay. The Eid Echad is in my team. He's helping me. He's saying, you were there for 3 years chazaka. Not you were there 3 years illegally. If I bring 1 more aid, that's it. I'm potter. It's the best raya ever. Let's go weiter. He'll explain it even more. There's a pasuk here, just to show you. Pasuk says, One aid, Lauren, cannot pull money out of anyone. You need 2. So we say Murdik. The halacha is, this is Rashbam brings the pasuk. where there are two eidim that could pull money out of somebody, one aid could make you make a shvuah. But if the two eidim cannot pull money out of somebody, then the one aid does not make you make a shvuah. The only time one aid makes you make a shvuah is when he's half of the two eidim that could pull money out of somebody. In our situation, for instance, two eidim, we just showed, two eidim, they help the guy, the machzik. So they're not pulling money out, they're helping him keep the money in. So half of that is not going to make a shvuah, says Abaya. The only time one aid makes you make a shvuah is if there were two eidim, they would make you pay. We don't have two eidim, so at least swear. But in our case, when you have two eidim, they wouldn't make you pay. They would actually make you stay in the house. They'll say you're a gevaldik owner. So half of that doesn't make you make a shvuah, says Abaya. Mefurish pasuk. Yeah, Mendy?
So you're saying there's
What's
no
the
shvuah
difference?
at
If you
all?
have two Eidim, always those two Eidim are going to help.
No.
You have two Eidim.
In this case, not in Naschad Rababa.
You say he doesn't need it because he's a
No, in Naschad Rababa. Check this out. Naschad Rababa, the two eidim hurt you. You're the guy that pulled the bar of silver away from somebody, and there's an eidecha that said, I saw you pull the bar of silver out of him. If the two eidim saw you pull the bar, then you're going to lose. It's not the two eidim that say it was his bar, it's the two eidim that say it's not your bar of silver. He's going to lose the bar of silver. That's what Abai is asking. It's a completely different scenario. It's two eidim that are trying to pull the bar of silver out of you against two eidim that are trying to let you stay in the house. The two eidim in our case, the Gemara's case, the one aid is being made that he was machzik, he's a good machzik. That's why I asked all the way in the beginning of the sugya. One aid comes along and says, I saw you sitting in the house for 3 years. Is that good for the guy or bad for the guy? L'chayr, it's good for the guy. It's one aid, but at the end of the day, it comes out that it's harming him because now there's one aid that testified that he sat in the house for 3 years without paying. And maybe you should make a shvuah. Says Abaye, no, you don't make a shvuah on such a thing. Because he's half of two eidim that would allow you to sit in the house. And those kind of eidim don't make you pay. So if they don't make you pay, one aid of those two eidim cannot make you make a shvuah. They're on your team. It's on your team versus not on your team. By the Naschad, the two eidim are on the other guy's team. By the house, the two eidim are on your team. How is it similar? Look, when you see this, everything will be understood. Right here. Elo idamya. So what is a good mashal, says Abaya? Hadar Rababa. Where's Rababa correct? Lechatz ahada, when there's what? Did I skip? He's coming to help him. When he says, I'm here, I'm coming to help you, he did show up for him. He's the one that found him, not the other guy. And when you bring it, if he's able to find another neighbor that could testify that he sat in his house for 3 years, it would be his house forever. Says the Gemara Moiridik. Look at this. Check this out. When they're fighting, in our case, whether they were there for 3 years, and an Eid Echad comes, on whose team is he? Look, Mendy, this is for you. When one Eid comes and he says he sat there for 3 years, whose team is he on? On the Machzik. Why? Because it's good to be there for 3 years. That's what the first mission of Cheskes Abadim says. He's supposed to be there for 3 years. So I have half of the testimony that was there for 3 years. All I need now is what? One more guy. So on whose team is he? On Team Green. On Team Machzik. But if he comes and testifies you weren't there for 3 years, you're there for 2 years, whose team is he on? On the Ma'arir's team. And make you pay, says Abaya. Then I'll make you pay. Because now the two Eidim are on the opposite team. They're on the Ma'arir's team. Now it makes sense. Taisa says it just for a second. Taisa says, we're running out of time. We have 4 minutes from Amud Beis. It's unbelievable. That it seems like that the Rebbe Abba was a Talmud of Rebbe Ami. That's how we started. Asks Taisves, Damrim Kasha, the Barim Perik on the Shboim, or Rebbe Ami, Rebbe Sein Sheber Yisroel, Omer Chazer Shvuah L'Mechuyivla, V'Omar Hasan, Rebbe Sein Sheber Yisroel, Hein Rebbe Abba. You see from Shvuahs that Rebbe Abba was actually not a Talmud. So Taisa says all the way in the bottom, U'Mukamakoim Chaveri Hoya, U'Lefisha Yogadol Mimeno Korei Rebbe. They were great friends, but he was his Rebbe. He said, like me and Rebbe Yedidya, we're very good friends, but he's my Rebbe. Korei Rebbe. Well, the fish chaver but at the end of the day, even from a rebbe, even from a friend, even though you're his rebbe, he's coming to ask him an eitzah. Rabbi Ami came to ask Rabbi Abba an eitzah. So there's a famous ma'isa with the shach. The shach had a din Torah with somebody, and the shach said, it's not fair if we do it here in our city. Everybody knows me. They're going to paskin like me. Let's go out of the city to a place that nobody knows who I am. No pictures, no WhatsApp. So they go to another city. In fact, the rabbi there didn't recognize him. And the shach said his tainus, the other guy said his tainus, and the rav paskin against the shach. So the shach said, what do you mean? This, that. He started arguing with him. So the rav said, listen, I don't know, but there's a famous sefer that just came out on these halachas. And in the sefer it says, again, not like you, so maybe I'm going to paskin like that sefer. He opens up the sefer, and it's the shach sefer. And it says, and the shach looked, he couldn't believe it. In other words, when a person is biased to himself, he doesn't even remember that he wrote this in his own sefer. And this is the shach. There's not a guy with a shvach memory like Stefansky. The shach. He wrote it, but it was him. And that's why he said, I need help from another rav. Somebody did this. That's a ma'isa. So Rabami went and he asked Rabbi, fine. Zog the gemara lamdal Amud Beis. How arba? Yeah, for the new people, only one person allowed to say sponsors. I know it's very enjoyable, especially if you couldn't come up with a good cash until then. And that is reserved for Yosef Biliak only. Turning to the Daf, sponsored by the LifeShare community, protecting families. That's Mavri Chaber Barabim. Protecting families today before tomorrow's unexpected loss. How arba? There was a ship that have a minta alabe tray. Me, like the big shite I am, I try to come up with. I had a great plan. I was going to do here like a video of this. And at 8:30 at night, I called up Shamshi. I'm like, Shamshi, help me out here. It's 8:30 at night. I need you to get your kids. I wanted to do like kids in a pool, in a swimming pool, but on a video, fighting over their tube, like throwing them off the thing. How arba? That's how I could understand. That's how I picture. I don't know. Arbas. He said, I'm sorry, they're all schluff. I kind of figured, I said, who knows? If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Next cycle. Oh, the kids in camp, they could play it out and send us the video about who arba a few days later. What's the halacha, Rabbi, so when you have two people fighting against each other and we don't know what to do? What's the halacha? Kol da'alim govar. The famous briskerov, it's kedai to take this to heart. This is not like a pshat. This is emes. Practical advice. The briskerov says, if you're in a fight with somebody, you have to make sure of two very important things. First of all, that you have less yirah than him. And second of all, you have to be stronger than him. Why? If that guy has less yirah than you don't know what he's capable of. He could burn your house down. He could kill you. He could bashmutz you in the world. Don't pick a fight with somebody that has less yirah than you. He'll destroy you with less yirah. Make sure you have less than him. Second of all, he might physically beat you up. Whatever. Be careful. You have to know what you're getting involved with. That's what he says. Two practical things from the brisker Rav. So, Kol Da'alim Govar. So here's a very beautiful shaila in Kol Da'alim Govar. Kol Da'alim Govar, you have two people coming. And let me show you what it looks like. Kol Da'alim Govar on a ship. Yeah, just so we could picture. Who is that, Rabbi Isai? I said Popeye. The guy on Zoom yesterday says Pluto. Pluto. Mamsham Haaretz. I made fun of him, barab him. I said, you didn't have a TV when you were growing up. What kind of? He did. Okay, Pluto with a B. Huh? TL. Pluto. Why? Because he has a beard without a beard. Okay. Yivaldik. So. Look, I like his tattoo. It's not bad. Bluto had a gishmaka tattoo. This wimpy guy over here has no chance against this Bluto. So what happens if the Popeye, Bluto, whatever, knocks this guy out and takes the boat? But then the little guy chaps the trick and he eats a lot of spinach, works out for a few years, goes and knocks him off the boat. Called Am Govar, and it goes back and forth, back and forth. What's the halacha? Called Am Govar, it's actually machlokes rishonim. Some of the rishonim, and this is how the Shulchan Aruch paskins, say it's a one-time deal. We put them in a ring. Whoever wins that one time wins. Why? We don't need an ongoing dispute between families and 16 generations later they're pulling the ship this way. That way they have guns, and now this year then they come with the tank, and then they come with the F-16. No, it's a one-time deal. Shalom Yisroel. This is what's interesting. The Shach says, and what if he doesn't listen to the halacha, the little guy, he eats a lot of spinach and then grabs it away from Bluto? Well, it will remain by him. Why? Because the Rishonim that say that it's an ongoing feud. So we can't paskin, we can't be mighty from him because of those Rishonim. The question is, what about if it happened the third time? It went back to Pluto. Now, first of all, they paskin like that. The other Rishonim say, but kids, okay, it goes on forever. Or maybe not. Says the Gemara. So one of them shows up in Bezin and asks Bezin for a favor. Tifsu, could you please grab the boat for me at my sina sahadididi? I'm concerned that this guy is very strong. He'll grab the boat physically and he'll sell it. Once he gets rid of it, I'm stuck. I'll never be able to get it. Do me a favor, just hold on to the boat for a month until I'm able to bring my witnesses. Tafsinon or loy tafsinon? Do we do him a favor and grab it? The question is, once you grab it, perhaps Bezin doesn't release it. Ravuna Omer tafsinon. Ravuna says yes, Bezin does that. Rabbi Yehuda Omer loy tafsinon. Rabbi Yehuda says we don't grab it. Now, what happened was the Bezin grabbed the boat. Why did the Bezin grab the boat? So one of the pshatim in Rashbam is because maybe both asked the Bezin, they both came up with it, grab it, hold on to the boat so neither of us grabs it. Okay, so the boat now is in the Bezin's possession. He goes ahead and he cannot find any witnesses. Now, there's a Moirdik Rashi here, Rashbam. Rabbi Yehuda Omer Lo Tafsinon, like 15 lines from the bottom. Says the Rashbam, what happened there? Why does Rabbi Yehuda say we don't grab it? He says in a second that you don't, once Bezin grabs it, that's it, it's stuck by Bezin. You never take it out of Bezin until you bring it right. And that's how we pass it. That's why we don't grab it. Maybe this guy is up to no good. And all he wants to do, he has one agenda, Rabbi. You hear this? He has nothing to do with this boat. All he wants to do, imagine your friend gets a yacht. He has a yacht, a beautiful yacht with a helicopter pad, a shtickle swimming pool going on. Some people have such kinna, such jealousy, that all they want to do is that he shouldn't have the yacht. Not that I'll never get the yacht. I'll do anything in my power to ruin this guy's chances of having a yacht. How do I do it? I go to Bezin and say, listen, it's my yacht. Just hold it for a few days until I bring my witnesses. They hold it and they keep it forever. Great trick. This guy, you hear what's going on here? Which is a Moirdik Ma'isa. I'll say it real quick because we're all the way at the end of the shir. I said this Ma'isa before, say it again. A king asked the Rav. They say it's a Ma'isa Shahaya. I don't remember exactly the details anymore. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. The king asked the Rav, why is the Mashiach not coming? It's such a great nation. You do so much chesed. You have gmilas chasson. You have gmachim everywhere. Look at the Bikur Chaylim. Look at all of this. What's going on in Klal Yisrael? Why is there no Mashiach? Said the Rav, because of sinas chinam. We don't get along with each other. There's no achdos. So the king said it's impossible. Kitzer, the Rav davened that the king, HaKadosh Baruch Hu should show the king because he threatened him or something. The king got lost one day in the forest and it was getting dark and he wanted to make it home. And he had to swim over a river. He took off his crown, he took off all his stuff, and he swam across the river, and he saw some lights. He went to the houses, knocked on doors, nobody accepted him. A guy without any clothing came out. No. He knocked on one house, and the guy opened up, happened to be a Jew. Come on in, he warmed him up, gave him clothing, fed him. The king says, okay, now take me in the morning, take me to this and this place. He didn't tell him, take me to the palace. Drop me off around the corner from the palace. He drops him off, he runs through the thing, gets into this palace, dresses up, and tells his servant, it's late, go grab that Jew that just left the city. They grab him, bring him to the palace. Jew is shaking. He says, you know who I am? No. He says, you don't recognize me from yesterday? Oh, I'm the guy. What do you want? Whatever you want. In the ganze Malchus, like a typical king. What do you want? Says the Jew, you know, I'm a peddler. I sell perfumes. And my neighbor, the Mechutzif, he opened up a competition. Shut him down. Says the king to the Rav, this is what a Jew is thinking. Shut him down. That's what he has. He could have asked for anything. He could have asked for any diamond, any real estate. Shut that guy down. That's what you want. That's what the Rajbam says. I don't care. I just want that this guy shouldn't have a nice boat. It's not a joke. Rav Yehuda Omar loy mafkinon, Rav Papa Omar mafkinon. Oh, mafkinon loy mafkinon. Did I skip? He tells Bezdin, take it out, put it back the boat where it was in the river, and whoever's stronger will get it. Mafkinon loy mafkinon. Does Bezdin release it or not? Rav Yehuda Omar loy mafkinon. A second time Rav Yehuda says something. No, we don't let it out. Rav Papa mafkinon. The halachas like Rav Yehuda in both halachas. First of all, loy tafsinon. We don't grab it. We don't put it. We don't take it to Bezdin. If both were masking that the Bezdin should chap it, loy mafkinon, it never leaves them until there's a raya. Rabbi Sai, have a wonderful day.